All right, we're rolling. All right, folks, it's Frank Young with Maggie Valley Fly Shop. Today we're gonna tie the infamous creamsicle. I don't know if you've heard of this woolly booger variation slash streamer fly, but it has been ripping the fish lately. And it's a pretty easy tie. So we're going to use a 140. Well, this is a TMCO. What is this? This is a TMCO TMC 708 number 8. So this is got a little bend. I think it's 40-degree bend right at the shank. It takes a slotted bead good, and this is a fire hole cream puff 4.5 millimeter tungsten bead. We're going to use the Ultra 140 denier in the color of wood duck. So shout out to Mr. Jerry Yates, the frog fanny man, for introducing this color to me. We're also going to use, as the tail, we're going to use the Fish Hunter Marabou by Nature Spirit. This is the fluorescent creamsicle orange. And we're also going to use the Nature Spirit Fish Hunter Marabou in the burnished golden tan color. That's going to be the tail. The body is going to be this solid chenille gold tinsel from Helen. And the we're going to do what's called a complex twist as a hackle, which is going to be with a ginger hen feather off a hen saddle. This is actually a whiting. I'll show it to you. This is actually a whiting hen saddle. So I will use one of these, probably bigger feathers. They're soft and they will undulate. But anyway, this thing is a killer. This thing has been hammering the fish lately, so let's get this party started. We're going to put on some lead wire. Number, what is this, 0.20. So we're going to mainly use this to keep the bead in place, but also give it a little extra weight. So we'll give it about a couple more than that. So I'll take my fingernail, try to pinch that sucker off. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you got to pull it. I will situate the bead, get it in place, and I'll try to do the same thing. I'll use my fingernail to pinch the wire off. Now that I've got the wire in place to hold it, we're going to start by doing a little thread wrap here. Cut the tag end off. Actually, I'm going to come back up here and make a little bit of a thread down where that at the end of this lead wrap, because that will just keep the lead in place. And once I kind of have that, I will make some wraps over the lead. I'm not totally sure this is necessary, but I see them do it on the video, so I always do it. All right, so that one jumped a little bit. All right, so we're going to go about to where the hook gouge starts to tie in the marabou, which is about right there. We'll start with, we're going to put the burnished tan. I've got one pre-selected, so I pulled off a lot of the bulk off of it. And what I'll do here is probably give myself some kind of mouth cancer by wetting it. It just makes this marabou much more manageable. And this is going to be a pretty long tail, so this is going to be almost double the body length. And to be honest with you, it doesn't have to be that exact. We just want a longer tail. So we're going to do a pinch wrap, a couple more pinch wraps each way. And that marabou is secured. So we're going to make some wraps along the side, if you can see what I'm doing there. So I will cut it off. I'm bringing the marabou up to, you can see, up to the where the ledge starts. And by doing that, we'll make a make it more of a smooth body. So we're going to come back to the original tie-in point. We're going to tie in this creamsicle orange. Is another one that I pre-selected. Get this sucker wet. Get me some good mouth cancer, which I probably had from dipping tobacco for years, but don't tell my doctor. All right, so we did a good pinch wrap right here. If you can see, I kind of do one in the middle, and then I do a tight pinch wrap on either side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm going to bring it down this side. And it's about up to the lead wire. Cut it close. Good tight wraps. Get this marabou nice and secure. Well, it will not go anywhere. It's a pretty good thick tail. All right, now we're going to tie in the chenille. So basically, I just pulled some of the tinsel off, and you see where the thread is, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to pinch on that and tie that, secure that. And then I'm going to run my thread up, and I'm going to use the rotary function. So I'm holding the thread in my right hand, holding the bobbin, and then holding the tinsel, the same hand, but between my thumb and first finger. Get a good tight wrap, then I'll start wrapping this sucker. All right. A couple good tight wraps to secure that tinsel down. Whoops, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. All right, now that I got that tinsel or chenille secured, kind of make me a little landing spot here for tying the hackle. All right, so I'm going to take one of these feathers off the whiting saddle, and it's not a small fly, so I'm gonna probably pick one of the bigger feathers. So I selected this one, so I will strip it off. Strip all the fuzzy wuzzies off. Leave a little on the end. I'm not sure why. I think it'll give me a little grip. This one's kind of twisted, but we'll see if we can't pull these fibers down and still make use of it. I think we can. So what I'm going to do is I left a little bit right here, and I'm going to secure that. About 3 wraps. Use my scissors, cut that little tag in close. And then I'm going to bring in my medium polar gold chenille. And I'm going to catch that, wrap that right about there. And I'm going to bring that thread up to the base. Now, I've got these two together, and I'm going to twist them together. I don't know how many, that's maybe 2 or 3. Kind of nasty looking right now, but I take my fancy tool here, which is a toothbrush, brush it out, drop it. All right, so I'm going to put this thread out of the way. All right, now I'm going to start taking wraps. And I'm going to preen the hairs back best I can. Hit my camera. Now I've got it wrapped. Secure both of these with a pinch wrap by the thread wrapping around. Then I will cut it all loose, cut it close. Now right now it does look kind of nasty. I'm not going to deny that. So we'll make some wraps to get everything secure. Then we'll take my fancy tool. Alright. Now that we got that, make a few more. Alright, now we'll just do some sequence of a few whip finishes. I usually like to do two whip finishes of 3 turns. Try not to pinch those back. All right. Oh, I did not cut that one very close. So there it is. We got a little bit of some hackle wrapped around it in here. But it's going to undulate and do just fine. And this, like I said earlier, this sucker will absolutely catch fish. Thanks for watching, folks.